Hey everybody, Jack Maverick coming at you live for another session of Life Skills with Jack. I'm up here in the mountains and just relaxing. It's beautiful, it's peaceful. I wanted to talk today about a couple different things. Some things we've already talked about before, but the main focus that I want to talk about is how to keep your faith in this world of negativity and pessimism. And I've talked about this a couple times, in part that as men, we get caught up in the world, we get caught up in our responsibilities, and we forget our purpose, we forget our focus, and so all of a sudden we're not working for what's important to us, but we're working to sustain some sort of fantasy life. So again, to recap, you've got to, like building a building, you've got to have a good foundation. You've got to figure out what you want in life, what makes you happy, and then you've got to remove everything that gets in the way of that. So again, balance. You've got to figure out what your course is, where you're going, how to get there. Set sail. Start doing those things you need to do to focus on your happiness. Right your ship, right your life, get rid of those things that impede your happiness. Write it down. You've got to set goals, and it's always best to write it down. Pin a piece of paper on the wall so that you can see them every day when you hop out of bed. You've got to know what you're doing, what you're fighting for, what your focus is, and what your goals of happiness are. So write them down. Pin them on the wall. Get up every morning, read them over and over again, and stay focused. Remember who you are, where you come from, as you seek to learn more wisdom in the context of spirituality. Then your Heavenly Creator will enlighten your mind, bring more understanding and wisdom to you. So seek for those things. Get rid of all the negativity. Unfollow all those Facebook pages that just bring you down and post all that garbage and political nonsense and the things that distract you from what's real, what's really important. For me, my happiness has everything to do with my wife and kids. It's not my job. My job is just a means to take care of things. But my real happiness is my wife and my kids. So a long time ago I decided, I've got to be a better person. And ultimately when we get married, that's really what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to be a better person. We take upon ourselves the responsibility of another person's happiness. And when we get married, we devote ourselves to that concept, that I'll do anything I can to keep you happy because I love you. But as time goes on, we get involved in our lives, we get involved in our careers, babies start popping out. There's no telling where they come from. Science has looked into that. I still have no clue, but I have 6 of them. But we get caught up in these things that don't matter, that distract us from our happiness. And so, especially in marriage, in relationships, we get caught up thinking it's no longer a two-way street. I'm pulling all the weight, you're not doing nothing, you're always nagging me, you're always lazy, and it becomes a war. And marriage isn't a war. It didn't start out like that with you, I'm guessing. So you've got to reel yourself back in. Remember the basics. Remember your goals, your happiness, and what you really want in life. Write these things down. Pin them on the wall. My happiness is my wife and kids, and so I've got to do everything I can and never quit at it to make sure that she's happy, she's taken care of, my kids are happy and taken care of. And these things bring me happiness. Happy wife, happy life, So far too often we forget these things, and like I said a second ago, it becomes a battle. Oh, I did this for you, but you never said thank you. Well, that's not why we got married. We didn't get married for a competition. We got married to make each other happy. So reel yourself in, right your ship, focus on your balance, focus on your goals, list them out, what makes you happy, and start doing it. Get rid of all that he said, she said, and focus on what's important, your happiness. If you've got no clue, you've probably stacked up so much BS around you in your life that you've forgotten or misplaced those things that are truly important to you. When we were kids, it was easy. We go outside and we play, we have fun, we hang out with our friends. It was easy. When we become adults, we forget those important things. But that's really all it is. Get back out there. Enjoy your relationships. Devote yourself to others. Devote yourself to your wife, your spouse, your husband, and your kids. Make sure they're taken care of. Make sure they're happy. Focus on that, and your happiness will always follow. Right your ship. Find your balance in life. As a veteran, so many people out there, and even non-veterans, people have seen a lot of negativity. They've seen a lot of violence, corruption, abuse in their lives, and they bring that to the table. So you've got to, probably one of the hardest things in life to do is to take a good look at yourself and be honest with yourself. Do you like the person you see in the mirror every day? This goes along with the goals. What you focus on every day is who you're eventually going to become in 5 years, 10 years, and on down the road. Focus on those good and positive things that enlighten the soul and bring happiness to you. Remember your goals always. That way, 5 years down the road, you're not more disgruntled, you're not more angry, you're not more miserable, but you're more happy, you're more balanced, you're more centered, you're more wise. As veterans, as someone with Asperger's, communication is very hard. I've talked about that in my videos. It's even hard to look straight into the camera. So you can't say I have Asperger's, therefore this is my crutch, this is who I am. You can't say I'm a veteran, I'm a tough guy, this is who I am. I've got the right to be this crude, this rude, this, whatever it is, and everybody else has to deal with me in my sphere. That's not the way this world works. You have to focus on bettering yourself in whatever situation you're in. Focus on being kinder, being gentler, being more in tune with those sensitive feelings of your spouse and kids. Focus on learning how to communicate in a more effective manner instead of just saying I said and it's my way or the highway because I said so, because I'm the man. Focus on your goals of what makes you happy. Be willing to bend. Be willing to be pliable and understanding for those tender and sensitive feelings of those that you love. Care for them as you would want them to care for yourselves. And it never quits. It never stops. You always have to keep moving forward in a world of progression so that you don't get lost. 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, you become a happier, gentler, sweeter person. Surround yourself with those things of positivity. Find your balance. I love you all. Have a good day. Hit me up. Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter. I'm out there. Hit me up. Ask me your questions. If you want to video my certain perspective on something that's happening in your life, go ahead and hit me up. Ask me questions. We can do it in private too. I love you all. Have a good day. Bye.